All right, guys, what's up? So I know I haven't posted for a little bit. My phone is broken, and I had trouble getting my phone number back, and I just now got it back, and I now got it in my account. I was riding my bike down the road, and I had my little leather jacket on I usually wear, and it zips up, and I guess it came unzipped, and when I got home, my pockets were like inside out. And then we went to look for my phone from Paris's phone, and it was in the middle of the road, and someone ran over and crushed it, so that sucks. Anyway, what I'm going to do with this video is I'm just going to throw a whole bunch of videos I took on this phone and what's saved on my iCloud before it broke, and I'm just going to throw them all together. There's quite a few things, there's a lot of things, but I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys are having a good day, because I had a pretty good day. Like, finally, I'm having a good day. But it was pretty fun. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Alrighty, guys, so whenever this video gets out, I don't really know exactly when it will get out, because I destroyed my other phone. I'll show you some pictures of it, but I was riding my bike and my phone fell out of my pocket, and then cars ran over it. So I'm working on trying to get my number back so I can be able to get into my YouTube account. So when this video gets out, it does. What we're doing right now is we got a new Shimshit trailer, and we're doing a little bit of wiring. So we got a wire. So these ramps, see these ramps right there? They slide out. So these wires run through the ramps. So this right here is the ramp, and that's one of the, like, the beam that goes down to the ramp. The wires run through it. So we had to run hot wires down to the ramp because they are disconnected somewhere. So we ran some hot wires, all zip tied through it. And then they go to that little box right there, which I'll show you when I get up. Then we had to run one to the other side. So it's going to go out and around, and then through the other side to the other ramp right there. See it? The other ramp. So I'm going to zip tie this line all the way along this beloved little line, just like I did this one right there. And then we're going to tie it into that little fuse box, so to speak, and then tie it into the lights, and then we're ready to go. Alrighty, so I got them both tied into that red little terminal right there. So there's only one red wire, and then it leads out two red wires. And the one that goes in the top is for the left side, or the right side, sorry, and the right side. So like I said, those wires go all the way down this rod right here, and it ends up coming out right here. And you got to make sure, the reason why I pulled them out is because the wires have to be as long as it pulled out, or when you do pull the little extensions out, it'll pull it out of the light. So got them all extended, they got plenty of room, everything's zip tied up, everything's in there good, wrapped up in tape, and it looks good. All right, sweet. Now I can go ahead and push these ramps in and clean up everything, and I should be done. I don't know exactly what we are doing with this. I don't know exactly what it's even for at all. I mean, surely it goes up here, but I don't even know if we're gonna hook that back up or not. So, yes.
Dang, that trailer looks like it's made out of trailer.
It's made out of some kind of metal.
Dang, dude. Bet you can put some heavy stuff on this thing, huh?
I don't know, it's
One of
aluminum.
them trailers that haul stuff?
Nah, it's the other trailer that hauls stuff. It's not hauling anything.
Huh. This looks like one of them hauling trailers. Alright. I'm going home with all the work I can do.
Alright, we're gonna do a little cold start and a little classic. Now I'm gonna let this thing air up so I can see if the brakes are working. And if the brakes are working and the lights are working and we're good to go, then that trailer's good to go. Alrighty, so, well, they are working. So that's perfect. See, nope, they're working. And the brake lights are working too. So there we go. This thing's good to go. So now I gotta pop these back in and then send her on her way. And then there we go. That's how you do it. It's magic. Look at that sucker. Wow. That looks cool. Looks like some kind of Terminator stuff. Oh yeah. She got her a new front end. Now she's getting her a new rear end. It's actually, these things are so simple, you know? It's like one, two, three, and it's done. But we're going to be putting the 550 rear end underneath it. We're putting that big sucker underneath there. So we're gonna have to lift this cab up, get it off the bed and everything. We're gonna try not to destroy it, and then lift the bed up, and then we should be able to roll it out just how we rolled this one out right here. So hopefully that works. All right, so we got the old rear end out, and we was putting the 550 rear end in. And if you guys ever do this, this rear end is narrower than this is. So we had to take these off. We're going to have to slide them over to this little part on the inside. And then we should be able to slide underneath, tighten the U-bolts back up and everything. And then it should go right in. Hopefully. We're about to figure out though.
We'll clean those up a little bit, make them a little nicer.
I'll grab the other side real quick and then get that. So you will have to change the torsion bars. Or not the torsion bars, the sway bars. You will have to change them. Here's the one off the 550, and this one's off the 350. So we're putting a 351 on the 550 rear end. Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, it kind of looks like these mount a little different. So I don't even think this right here will work. So we're gonna have to figure that out too. I can still go ahead and take it off and see what it does. But this one right here mounts different. It's kind of at an angle up here, and then this one's down here. So that might be an issue. Probably going to be an issue. All right, so the sway bar it might mount different, but it does fits like butter. So there it is. That is the old 350 rear end sway bar. So everything else is going together. You'll have to change this plug here too, sensor thingamajig. You'll have to replace that too. And then other than that, this thing slides right on. You gotta get it or widen it a little bit, center it up, tighten everything down. U-bolts, you have to keep the sway bar. You gotta change the sensor. Are they different? Yeah, there we go. She fits right in.
Looks like a glove.
Change the sensor. And there's also another thing with the draw shaft. You gotta change it too. On the 550, these little bearings right here, they're a lot bigger. Yeah, can you guys see the difference? This one's a lot bigger, and also they are longer. So we're gonna take these little clips out and then go get this size and that size. So drive shaft's longer. There's just a bunch of little things, but other than that, it's going together pretty good. Now this thing started as a 350 truck now, right? Let's look at this thing. She's becoming a little beast. She's starting to look real good. We need to put that 550 grill in. It is a 350, but it's a 550. It's got the bumper and everything as a 550. Woo! Look at that mug. God, it looks awesome. So take these out. There she is, and then you just take a hammer and beat it until it comes out.
Beat the hell out of it. So
beat the
usually
far
you
out
got
of
it down.
Like a pusher that sits right here and pushes it.
You got a big C-clamp. Put you a socket that's bigger than this on one end, and then the socket that's just the right size for that, and you can push it straight out.
Ooh.
You just turn it up.
Yeah, so you could buy these little U-joint thingamajigs with this size and that, and then this size. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. So you could buy one side with this side, and the other side with that side. I don't even know. Well, actually, this side.
Like this.
I don't know.
Just like
I'm
this.
confused. Yeah.
And then the other ones would be with these.
Yeah, there we go. I got confused. I got backwards.
But
yeah. All right, so we are in Ronnie's garage right now, and we have just finished sealing up the front cover for this beloved Detroit. Let's go over here and show you guys a little picture. So there's the new sealant. we do not use Permatex. I forgot the stuff Dad used. I might be able to find it around here somewhere and I'll show you. But we had to take the radiator out, the hood off, like everything off the front. And we also had to take the compressor and the, what is it called? The water pump, because they're bolted into the front cover as well. But yeah, so we did that. And then the rear seal, or not really rear seal, the thing behind the bell housing was leaking. So we took that off. He was like, hey, while we're there, why don't we just get a new clutch? So yeah, I'm pretty sure we got a new clutch. Oh yeah, sucker's packed in there. Whatever, I'll get it out in a minute. But that said, we're not going to resurface the flywheel, which, I mean, it feels pretty good, so I can kind of see that. But I've always been told to always resurface your flywheel when you take it out, because you're already out, you know, and you're putting a new clutch on it. But I don't know. But this looks good. What do you guys think? You think this thing looks good? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna climb right there. I'm gonna put this flywheel on first. This might be a little difficult for me to do it myself, but help should arrive eventually. We got the heater. We got it stacked and ready to go. Got my coffee over there. Keep me warm on the inside, and let's get to work. Start doing this. All right, now that we are behind this thing, here's where the flywheel goes in. Like I said, put a new seal in it. I don't know if you guys can really see it. I can't really get over there, but here's the bell housing. Got a new seal here. I don't think that's new. I don't think this was leaking anyway. I got the tranny behind me. Here's the flywheel. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna throw it up on my lap and then get her up here and then throw a bolt in it, and then I don't have to worry about it. Go ahead and feed all the other bolts in it, and then we're just gonna take this one step at a time, not get ahead of ourselves. Before help gets here, but I can at least do this and get this thing in and tight and ready to go. I am going to put Loctite on all the bolts. I'm just going to get it started and up there, so I don't have to worry about that. All right, I got this big old 300-pound beast in finally. Jesus, I got 2 bolts started. I don't think this one started so much, but that one definitely is. Don't forget this little plate right here. This plate goes over the bolts, and then the bolts go through the plate, which, I mean, that's fine. I can just put the bolts through it. It's no big deal at all. And then, I'm guessing, yeah, I need some Loctite. I didn't get it when I climbed underneath here, which that's always stuff I do because I don't think of it. But, so we got this in. It's kind of a pain in the butt. This thing is super heavy. Super heavy. It's really heavy. But I got it in. That's all that matters. We get some Loctite and then go ahead and put all these in. Just run them in there with the impact real quick. Get them kind of snug. I think it was torqued to like 90 pounds actually. I think they torque at like 90 or 190. I can't remember. Maybe they're about 300. Maybe they torque at like 300. I can't remember. I'll look it up. But there we go. There's that. There's one step closer, and I'm gonna just take a pry bar and then pry this clutch out. We'll get that out, then we'll put the new clutch inside of the tranny. So how we do it is we put the clutch on the tranny, exactly how this is right here, and then we slide the tranny in, and on the bottom of the tranny, there's a little hole. Well, it's like 4 bolts. It's like a little plate, and it's a hole, and then you can go around and put the clutch in. But that's what we're doing. That's how we've always done it. We kind of learned a lesson, like folding the clutch up, and then it's super hard to get the that little shaft to go in the clutch. It's just ridiculous. But that's what I'm gonna do real quick. Zip these in with some Loctite and then get that clutch out. If you guys are wondering, these things right here are a 21 millimeter. So let's find the 6 point. There it is, 6 point socket. And it should fit in like butter. I'm gonna go in there. Here we go. Super tight. And 21. Now we're gonna grab some Loctite. There she is. Hopefully she's full. Got the good stuff. Redder. Now you just take it, toss it underneath there, and then we're gonna go over here and hopefully, yeah, we got another battery. Good, because we gotta light another one. Put this sucker in, run them up in there. Obviously get them started first, because if you cross thread one of those, just know that what you're bolting the flywheel to is your crank. You guys really got to remember that, and make sure you do not cross thread them, because if you do, that's going to suck a lot. So do not cross thread them. Remember, you are bolting them into your crank. All right, got all the bolts tight and everything. Should have really thought about this. I should have put that pilot bearing in before I put this flywheel on, but it's no big deal. It'll still slide in there. It's not a big deal. But there we go. There is the flywheel. I loaded her down in some Loctite, as you can see. But there we go. Ready to go. Now we're gonna put that pilot bearing in. We're gonna pull this clutch out behind me, and then put the new clutch in behind me, and then slide the tranny together and bolt her up. Yeah, this thing's gonna be sweet. Woo, check out that little cute little girl. Sexy. Look at this right here. Look at that right here. Look at this right here. All right. Take that, throw it away. Take this, throw it away. Take this, throw it away. Don't need instructions. Take that, throw it away. And I'm not seeing a pilot bearing in here. Yeah, I'm not seeing one. Maybe it's laying around here somewhere. Is this it? Is this the pilot bearing? Is this it? Is this? Is it? Is it? Let's see if it is. Nope. That is a dryer, it looks like. Not a dryer. Accumulator, whatever you call it. I call it a dryer. You can get over it. Yeah, I don't see a pilot bearing in here. There's a clutch brake. Everything in here. Let me let this thing out real quick. Yeah, there's no pilot bearing in here. I wonder what he's done with it. There's a box. There's a box right here. Think that would be the pilot bearing? It says, no, it's a seal. I have no clue. I guess I'm gonna call Dad, tell him there's no pilot bearing. Well, it turns out that we do not have a pilot bearing, and Dad has the pilot bearing, and our other worker ain't showing up today. I mean, he might be doing something, I don't really know, but yeah. So I'm just over here, bored. Already got the flywheel tight and everything. Now I guess I could just pull that clutch out and put the new one in. Go ahead and slide it in where it's supposed to be. So when Dad gets here with the pilot bearing, we can just slap the pilot bearing in, and then just put the tranny together. It's pretty easy. It's just extremely heavy, and it really sucks because it's really heavy. Alrighty guys, we got the tranny in. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just finishing up the small things. I'm letting it warm up so that thermostat can open, because we got a brand new reservoir. Cody's been working on the hood, fixing this little crack and everything, you know, resin it and everything, fixing it, sanding it, we're gonna repaint it. That's for the mirror. And then I got an exhaust clamp right here that needs to be put on. And there's an air leak we gotta solve. So we're gonna solve that issue, and then this thing to be ready to go. Make sure nothing's leaking, and go from there. As you know, the shop burnt down, and my Mustang was in there. So that Mustang meant a lot to me. That thing was, my mom gave it to me before she passed, and I was really taking care of it and everything, and I left it in that darn shop, and then it got burnt down. But there ain't nothing you can do about it. No one could have done anything to save it or whatever. But so I was going to take my first galvanized load today, my first load, and I'm driving Timmy's truck, or Cody's truck, sorry. And I got down the road, and then I hit the brakes and started pulling to one side. And then I looked at I was like, oh, maybe it's just the brake fluid's low. So I opened it up, it was empty, put more in there, and then I noticed there's a ton of brake fluid through here. As you can see, it's coming out of the wheel. So I think it's leaking right here, somewhere in there in that general area, because this right here, I mean, it's dry. None of the lines are really dry rotted. They all look good. But I think it was coming there, and then it was just coming, you know, as of driving, it's coming down through here. And it's also running down this pipe and going over here and getting on everything. Or not the pipe, the sway arm, or control arm, whatever you can call it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start it, and since I cleaned it up and everything, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna start it and then kind of find more of a general area where it could be. I don't know, it's kind of dry right there. I think either right here, I don't know, it's definitely squirting. So wherever it's going is squirting. So we're about to figure it out. It's definitely right there. All right, guys, so what I've done is I got a new brake line. It's not all the way through. What I've learned, this brake line from this side goes all the way back to the middle of the cab on the driver's side. It's pretty bad. So I just got like maybe, what is that, like a foot, pretty close to a foot, but it's straight. And I bent it with my hands. Look at that. Oh my God, look at that angle. All right, that was my hands. No pop bender, no nothing. That said, this will be fine. I wasn't thinking about it when I was bending it, but I should have put that on the other side so I could take it off, but it'll be fine. It's not moving or anything, so it should be fine. This is tight. That wraps around there. It's not against anything anymore. And then we go over here. Oh, then go underneath here. And then I got a compression fit right there. And then it goes back into the old line. Now, when you're doing brake lines like these, you can, remember this guys, you absolutely can put a compression fit on them. So you do not have to replace the whole brake line. I feel like some of you guys really need to know that, because this right here would have been a pain in the butt job right here if that was the case. What in the world? All right. Well, I'm glad that did fall off, honestly. Son of a gun. So I finally got it. I had to redo it because these fittings right here suck. If you ever do this, grab the brass fitting. But everything's good. Nothing's leaking now. As you can tell, I got to clean it up with some oil dry. But now we're going to stick the tire back on her and send it on its way.